Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ryan Awesome. And welcome to the Ryan Awesome Show. Now, today on the Ryan Awesome Show, I'll be talking about NXT, WWE NXT, the review for March 3rd, 2021. Now, this show, it was it was okay. It was okay. It was boring. It was kind of boring. It was bland. It felt like nothing. It felt like nothing of importance happened. You know, but it wasn't a bad show. It wasn't a bad show. It wasn't all that good of a show either. It was it was okay. It was okay. But yeah, that's what NXT. And yeah, yeah, that's what NXT. That's all I gotta say. It was okay of a show. It wasn't the best show. It wasn't the worst show. It was just okay. And so yeah, so this is the NXT review for March 3rd, 2021 on D Ryan Awesome Show. And if you haven't done this already, hit the thumbs up, man. What are you waiting for? Hit the thumbs up, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. And right next to that subscribe button, there's a bell. Make sure you click on that bell so you'll be the first ones to know when my next video will come out. And, so you don't miss out. Because I'm here each and every single week. So make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done this already. Subscribe to the channel and hit that bell so you don't miss out. And so yeah, first off, we started off the show with a tag team match. And it was Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch, who are the NXT Tag Team Champions, versus Tommaso Ciampa and Timothy Thatcher. Now this was a good match. This was a good match on the show. To start off the show, this was a good match. This absolute slugfest this was. And so yeah, they were going back and forth with strikes. That was Timothy Thatcher and Danny Burch. They were going back and forth with strikes. We had knee strikes to Lorcan. We had a discus clothesline to Lorcan from Ciampa. And then we had at one point they were double teaming Lorcan and Burch. And we had a pop-up European uppercut to Lorcan from Ciampa and Thatcher. And then we had a belly to belly suplex to Lorcan from Thatcher. And then we at one point we had Danny Burch. He had a clothesline, a wicked clothesline on Timothy Thatcher. And Timothy Thatcher, he landed right on his head. And so yeah, Timothy Thatcher, he was grabbing at his neck. He rolled out of the ring. He was grabbing at his neck. And so Ciampa and the referee was checking on him and stuff like that. And we went to commercial break. And so yeah, we came back from commercial break. The heels, they took control of the match. And then we had a hot tag to Ciampa. He had clotheslines after clotheslines after clotheslines after clotheslines after clotheslines after clotheslines to Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan. And then he hit a double clothesline, a flying double clothesline to Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan. And then we had a half and half suplex to Thatcher from Lorcan. And then everybody was hitting each other with strikes, hitting each other with headbutts and knee strikes and all sorts of strikes at each other. And then towards the end of the match, we had Imperium. We had Marcel Barthel, Alexander Wolf, and Fabian Eichner. They stood on the stage. And Tommaso Ciampa, he got distracted. And so he was looking at them. And then we had Ciampa. He got taken out by Danny Burch. And so Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan, they hit their tag team finishing move on Thatcher. And they pinned Thatcher for the win. So Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch, they win the match, and rightfully so because they're the champions. Champions should always win, and that was it. The one thing I'm confused about though, why is it that Ciampa and Thatcher were in the ring with the champions, with the tag team champions? That's what I want to know. Why were they in the ring with the champions instead of putting them against other teams? Because, like, think about it. Like, what was the point of them teaming up in a Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic? And like when they teamed them up in the Classic, I thought they were gonna win. I thought they were gonna win, but they ended up getting eliminated in the semifinals. And so, and at that point, I was like, well, what was the point of putting them together if they was gonna lose? And then they lost tonight. I mean, they lost on Wednesday. Like, dude, like where are they going with this? Where are they going with Tommaso Ciampa and Timothy Thatcher? I don't know, man. I don't know. Like like the team. I know why they teamed them up because they have nothing to do. But I don't get the point of why they tag teaming together if they're not winning. What's the point of putting them together if they're not winning? And so yeah, and another thing, man, Tommaso Ciampa, man, I don't know what the hell is going on with Tommaso Ciampa with his haircut and stuff like that. Shave the hair, man. Shave the hair. I miss the 2018 version of Tommaso Ciampa when Tommaso Ciampa got booed out of the freaking building when people was freaking throwing, you know, people were angry at Tommaso Ciampa. I miss that Tommaso Ciampa, that psycho killer. The psycho killer Tommaso Ciampa. I miss that Tommaso Ciampa. Like it's like Tommaso Ciampa, man. He's better as a heel, man. But right now, man, he's doing nothing. Doing nothing right now. I wish they could do more with Tommaso Ciampa because right now he ain't doing nothing. And so yeah, that was the end of the match. Good match. A slugfest of a match. You have Ciampa, who's a tough dude. You have Thatcher, who's also a tough dude. And you got Oney, Lorcan, and Danny Burch, who are tough dudes. So this is a slugfest of a match. But I really didn't understand why they were in the ring with the champions. You know. And so yeah, that was it with that. They need to do more with Ciampa, man. Like he's so much better as a heel, man. He's so much better as a heel. And so yeah, right after this we had Roderick Strong. Roderick Strong, he calls out Adam Cole. He wants Adam Cole out here right now. And so this is what Mr. Roddy Strong had to say about this. And so yeah, he calls out Adam Cole.
Adam Cole, get your ass out here right now! Yeah, no surprise. Adam, if any single one of us ever meant a thing to you, just a little bit, please get out here right now!
Yeah, Finn Balor, he came out to his music. Again, I'm gonna say this again, man. Why do these people need to come out to their theme music? I said this last night. I said this the other night on my AEW Dynamite review. Why do these people need to come out to their entrance during a promo or when somebody getting beat up? Just come out to the ring.
Ronnie, when are you gonna learn? When are you gonna learn that Adam Cole's not gonna come out here for you? What do you think? Adam's gonna come out here and offer you some sort of explanation for what happened? Hey, Finn, you know what? Hey, you know what? I find this really funny because the Undisputed Era was doing perfectly fine until you showed up. So in my mind, Finn, this whole thing is your fault. It's my fault. It's my fault. Let me tell you something. It ain't my fault. The reason why your so-called brotherhood fell apart, it's because of this title. I know how to get Adam Cole out here. Next week, Adam Cole versus Finn Balor for the NXT Championship. And as for you, Roddy, you'll never be a leader. You'll always be a follower.
Oh.
And And until you get a little more greedy and a little more selfish, and until you get a killer instinct like the Prince, you'll never...
Oh, there go your killer instinct right there. Roderick Strong, he attacks Finn Balor. And they're going back and forth, beating each other down. And referees coming out and breaking it up and stuff. Yeah, and that was it with that. And that was it with the promo between Roderick Strong. He called out Adam Cole. Finn Balor came out. You know, Finn Balor continuing to get involved with the Undisputed Era. And he ended up challenging Adam Cole next week for the NXT Championship. Well, he decided to defend his championship against Adam Cole next week. And so, yeah, that was it with that. You know, I'm still heartbroken that the Undisputed Era broke up and everything. Like, it's like, I don't think Roddy, I don't even think Roddy gonna be able to make it on his own. I don't even think he's gonna be able to make it on his own. Because, like, before he even joined the Undisputed Era, he didn't even accomplish nothing. He wasn't doing much of anything. And so, him joining the Undisputed Era got his character out. But I don't know. I don't even know if he's gonna make it alone. And so, yeah. So yeah, right after this, we had The Way. There's Johnny Gargano, the NXT North American Champion. Candice LeRae, Indi Hartwell, or Indi Wrestling, whatever you want to call her. And Austin Theory. And so they were at a therapy. They were taking therapy sessions. And this is what happened. They had like 3 parts. And so this is part 1 of the therapy session with the Garganos, or The Way. And so, yeah, this is part 1.
This doesn't look like Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese.
I appreciate you all being here, but I normally see my clients one-on-one.
That's okay, Doc. Austin needs his family here for support. This, Dexter Loomis problem is affecting all of us.
Johnny, I don't have a Dexter Loomis problem.
You see? Right there. The man kidnapped him, and he acts like nothing happened.
I was on vacation, man.
Oh, sweetie. Being locked somewhere for 3 days, that's not a vacation.
With the right guy, it could be.
Austin, your friends that...
Family?
Your family thinks that you're in denial. Did something happen that you're afraid to tell them about?
No, nothing bad happened. It was just 2 dudes hanging out, having a good time. You know, Dexter, he needed a friend. And honestly, it's a cold, hard world out there.
I'd warm him up.
What are you doodling? What is she doing? What are you doing? Let me see it.
It's private.
Give it to me.
No.
It's not private. Give it to me.
Oh, okay.
Give me the piece. Mrs. Indi Wrestling Loomis. I gave you that name. That was a gift. That was a Christmas present. You just ruined Christmas. It's all your fault. See what you're doing? See what you're doing here? Okay, we're gonna fix this. Austin, tell the doctor that Dexter Loomis, that freak, locked you in a basement and he drew pictures of you. He should be in jail. Why is he not in jail yet? Why is he not in jail? You need to tell me this. Lock him up. Lock him up.
Arguing with the doctor.
Mr. Gargano, it seems like your hostility toward Mr. Loomis is exposing some deep-rooted issues of your own.
Oh no. Oh no. I see what you're trying to do. I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to make this about me. No, this isn't about me. I am not here to be therapied on. You therapy on him. You don't therapy on me.
Mr. Gargano, please calm down.
Calm down. I am calm. I'm always calm. Tell me to calm down. Calm is my middle name. Johnny Calm Gargano. That's me. Get out. No, you get out. This is my office now. That's my chair. I'm the North American champion. And
Get
you...
out.
You are very unprofessional. And you know what else? I am going to...
Slammed the door in his face, man.
I'll be out here if you guys need me.
And so yeah, that was part one of the therapy session with the Way. You know, Johnny Gargano is freaking hilarious, man. I said it time and time again. Johnny Gargano is freaking hilarious, man. I'm loving what he's doing right now with the Way. You know, bringing in Indi Hartwell and Austin Theory. You know, teaching them and tutoring them. You know, it's his family. He got his own family going on. And so yeah, that was it with that. And so right after this, we had Cameron Grimes. We got Cameron Grimes. And he's backstage counting his money. And, you know, doing Cameron Grimes stuff. And so, yeah, this is what happened.
What we're doing here today is we're starting on the ground floor. If I'm going to make some changes in this place, we got to start with that name. The CWC, we can do a lot better than that. What do you think about this? The CGA, the Cameron Grimes Auditorium. What do you think?
Is that approved?
It'll get approved. I got enough money, man. I can approve anything around here. Let me tell you. How's it going, Mr. Riggle?
William
I'm
Regal.
busy right now.
Stand up, please.
Mr. Riggle, I'm a little busy. I requested this time here. A little busy.
Cameron, stand up, please.
Okay. No problem, Mr. Riggle. Sorry.
Last week, you hit a crew member. And I've got a potential lawsuit on my hands.
Okay. Just say no more. What's he want? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Don't worry about the money. I'll take care of that. It's you that I'm not happy with.
Okay, Mr. Riggle. I understand. I see. You're the one that wants the money. All right, no problem. I got enough money. I got to kiss my goodness money, Mr. Riggle. You know, everybody has a price.
Mr. Riggle.
What's your price
No
gonna be?
idea what that means. But what I do know is I have a contract for tonight with your name on it, and you will be facing the colossal Bronson Reed.
Oh, no.
Mr. Riggle, are you sure that it'd be a lot easier if I just gave you some money? I mean, everybody has a price. That damn Ted DiBiase.
And that was it. That was it with Cameron Grimes. You know, getting in trouble for punching that guy in his face from last week when he tried to do that Ted DiBiase trick, the dribbling of the basketballs. And then, yeah, gotten fined or a lawsuit, I mean. And so, yeah, just like Johnny Gargano, man, Cameron Grimes is hilarious, man. It's just the way that he comes off his voice and everything. Like Cameron Grimes to the moon. And so, yeah. And, yeah, right after this Cameron Grimes segment, we had a match. And it was from the women. It was Aliyah representing the Robert Stone brand with Jessie, Kamea, and Robert Stone in our corner versus Ember Moon with Shotzi Blackheart in our corner. And so yeah, this was fine. This was fine for what it was. And so yeah, the match it did start off kind of sloppy and everything. It moved slow, like yeah, it was kind of sloppy and everything, but it was okay. And so yeah, so at first they were going back and forth with elbow strikes. And then at one point we had Robert Stone. He tried to recruit Ember Moon to the Robert Stone brand. And then Shotzi had walked up to Robert Stone by scaring him off. And so he just ran away. He was scared of Shotzi Blackheart because they have history. Because, Shotzi Blackheart had ran over Robert Stone's foot with her tank, her former tank. And so, yeah, Robert Stone, he had flashbacks of the tank. And so, yeah, that's why he was afraid of Shotzi Blackheart. And then we had a drop kick to Aliyah from the ring apron. And Aliyah, she fights back. She had a corner running boot to Ember Moon. And then Ember Moon, she had a spine buster to Aliyah. And Aliyah kicks out. And then, Robert Stone, he goes on that apron trying to distract the referee. No, he tried to distract Moon. And so, yeah, Jessica Kamea, she tried to, first off, Ember Moon, she tried to go for the Eclipse. And so Robert Stone, he got on the ring apron trying to distract the referee and Ember Moon. And so Jessie Kamea, she got on the ring apron trying to take out Ember Moon. And so Ember Moon ended up kicking her off, like kicking her away and stuff like that. And so Kamea went falling down to the mat outside. And so Shotzi, she took care of Robert Stone and Jessie Kamea by diving on them from the steel step. And so right after that, we had Ember Moon. She had her finishing move, the Eclipse. I love that finishing move, the Eclipse. When Ember Moon hit the Eclipse, man, it is freaking wicked, man. She hit the Eclipse on Aliyah to win the match. So therefore, Ember Moon, she wins. And that was it. And so right after this, we had McKenzie Mitchell. She interviews Timothy Thatcher. And, and she asked him about what happened earlier tonight by Imperium interrupting them or distracting them or costing them to win. And so this is what happened.
What happened earlier tonight with Imperium?
We all come from somewhere, Miss McKenzie. We all have a past.
And Tommaso Ciampa was standing right there.
Keep throwing mine in my face. I don't want him.
His past with Imperium, it's just that. It's the past. Are we done here?
And that was it.
Vic and Des, back to you.
Still don't know what they doing with Ciampa and Thatcher. I don't know. I don't know what they doing with them. What is the point of putting them together if you're not gonna do anything with them? And so yeah, that was it with that. And so right after this was a match. It was for the women's tag team championships. And so yeah, I was looking forward to this match. I really was. I really was, but I was really disappointed at the end of this match. I did not like the ending of this match. And so yeah, it was Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez, the first ever Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic winners for the women, versus Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, who are the women's tag team champions. And so yeah, we had Jax. So Jax, she used her power against Dakota Kai. And so yeah, Dakota Kai throughout the match, she was getting her ass handed to her by Jax and Baszler. And so yeah, at one point we had Baszler, she tried to go for her arm stomp. And, because, Shayna Baszler and Dakota Kai, they have history together. And Shayna Baszler actually broke her arm, several years ago with that same maneuver. And so she tried to hit the maneuver again. And so Dakota Kai, she moved her arm out of the way. And so, yeah, so they ended up fighting back Dakota Kai. We had an assisted foot stomp to Baszler from Kai. And then Kai, she hit a running boot in a corner to Baszler. And then, at one point they were fighting on the apron. Or Kai was on the apron. And then Shayna Baszler, she just trips her. And so her leg hit the ring apron. And so the leg was the target of the match. Or the knee area was the target of the match. And so Nia Jax, she locked in a stretch muffler. The stretch muffler submission move, the leg lock. And so Nia Jax, she swung Dakota Kai, and her head had hit the bottom turnbuckle. And then we had Gonzalez. She had a hot tag. We had Gonzalez. She had a drop kick to Baszler. So Gonzalez, usually don't see her off her feet. You really don't see her doing moves like that. A drop kick for her size, really impressive, man. So yeah, she had a drop kick on Baszler. And then we had Gonzalez. She had two fallaway slams to Baszler. And then we had Gonzalez. She hit the Tour of the Islands to Shayna Baszler. And then Baszler, she kicked out of that. And at one point, we had Nia Jax. She tagged in. And so Jax and Gonzalez, they were staring off. They had a face-to-face stare-off. And then they were going back and forth. They were beating each other down. And then Gonzalez, she hit Shayna Baszler with a big boot. And then, yeah, and then we had Gonzalez. Well, we had the assisted go-to kick. So Dakota Kai go-to kick finishing move. It was assisted finishing move. The go-to kick to Baszler from Dakota Kai. And then Jax, she broke up the pin. And then we had Shayna Baszler. She locked in the Kira Fuda clutch to Dakota Kai. And, Gonzalez, Nia Jax, she was on the ring apron. She was outside the ring on the ring apron. And so Gonzalez, she tried to take out Jax. She tried to kick her out of the ring, literally kick her out of the ring. And so she ended up hitting the referee. So the referee is knocked out. And so yeah, she knocked out the referee by accident, and then she ended up taking out Nia Jax anyway by throwing her over the, over the announce table. And then yeah, and then Baszler, she locked in the cure through the clutch, and at that point Dakota Kai, she was the illegal person. She was the illegal person. And yeah, Baszler, she locked in the cure through the clutch on Dakota Kai, who's the illegal person. And then out of nowhere, man, Adam Pearce, whatever you want to call him, the general manager of Raw and SmackDown, he came out on NXT, and he sent out another referee who was a Raw referee, who was a Monday Night Raw referee. He sent the Raw referee out there, and at that point, Shayna Baszler, she still had the lock hold in. She still had the lock on Dakota Kai, and so yeah, Dakota Kai, she was knocked out. She did not tap out. She was knocked out, and so the referee rang the bell, like ring the bell, and that was it. And Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax, they win and are still the women's tag team champions. And so man, I was like, ugh, I did not like it. Did not like it at all. The wrong team won. It should have been Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez winning. It should have been them winning, but they didn't win. And so yeah, I don't know, man. I really don't know. The women's title should be in NXT. The women's tag team titles should be in NXT because they have a lot of teams. They have a lot of NXT tag teams, women's tag teams that can vie after those titles. Why is it that why is it that Raw and SmackDown need the women's tag team titles when I don't have no teams? Well, they have make-up teams, makeshift teams. The only legit teams that's on that show is the freaking Riot Squad. That's the only legit team that's on the main roster. It's the Riot Squad. So I don't understand why are the women's tag team titles are not in NXT? Why are they not in NXT? The main roster do not need those titles. And so yeah, man, that's stuff. I ain't like that, man. Did not like that. Good match though. Great match though. But I did not agree with it. I did not agree with the outcome of it. Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez should have won. Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez should have won that match, but they didn't win. They the first ever Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic winners for the women's, and they even win the tag team titles. My God. And so yeah, that was it, man. That was it with that. And so right after this, we had part 2. We had part 2 of the Way therapy session from the Way. And so this is what happened.
So from my understanding, Mr. Loomis has had his eye on you for quite some time. Do you have any idea why?
I just think he gets lonely sometimes and could really use a friend,
I'll be his friend. With benefits.
Loomis doesn't want friends. No. He wants victims. Roderick Strong, Bobby Fish, Cameron Grimes. Guys, the list goes on and on.
I get why you don't like him, Candice. He can be a little weird sometimes.
Yeah. I like it when it gets weird.
Indi Hartwell.
He did choke out Johnny last week.
Don't remind me. Yeah, freaking sucked. My throat is still. His throat's still sore.
Gargano texting Candice LeRae from outside.
We're talking about a guy who chokes people, chloroforms, kidnaps. I feel like I'm taking freaking crazy pills. That's.
Is your husband texting you from outside?
No.
She went to go open the door and found Gargano.
Go order some Uber Eats. You guys want anything?
Uber Eats. Oh my God.
You two, out.
No.
She kicked Candice LeRae and Indi Hartwell out of the room.
Where, guys? I got it. Get to work. Really? Come on. You want anything from Uber Eats or?
Austin, I want you to know that this is a safe space. Just the two of us. You trust me, okay? Now, what really happened during those 3 days you were with Dexter Loomis?
And that was it. That was part 2. Part 2 of the Way therapy session. And so right after this, we had Isaiah Swerve Scott, he has something he want to say about Leon Ruff. And so this is what happened. So it looks like he's in a studio or something like that. He's in a studio.
That ain't hard, right?
That sounds great.
Yeah, right? I made that thing just now. It's crazy.
I'll be right back.
So we want to talk about life opportunities here. Starring Leon Ruff. It's funny how this dude just seems to luck up, trip, fall into the ring, and stand up with a North American Championship in his hand. Swerve here got to grind, claw, scratch, just to get no opportunity. Leon, you seem to think this is funny. This is fantasy world, right? What, you think this is some type of prep school or something, homie? This is NXT. This is CWC. We gonna call it Swerve's house. I'm hunting for my opportunities. You the only thing on my way right now. You gotta get handled. You don't want to go to war with somebody who cares less than you do. And I am a dangerous, savage individual.
Cause Swerve, it's just different. And I just don't care anymore.
That was it. You know, saying that he's built differently. And so, yeah, that was it from Isaiah Swerve Scott. You know, Swerve, he needs to beat Leon Ruff, so it looks like they're having a feud going on. And Swerve needs to win. He needs to win. Simple as that. Swerve needs to win. He's a heel now, so have him win. That's the whole reason why you turned him into a heel, because he kept losing to, you know, Bronson Reed and Jake Atlas and Leon Ruff. You know, you name it. Everybody that he been in the ring with, he lost to. So it's time for Isaiah Swerve Scott to pick up some wins. And so, yeah, that was it with Swerve. And so, yeah, right after this, we had LA Knight. He came out to the ring, and he had something he wanted to say. Still not a fan of the name, LA Knight.
I have waited entirely too long to step into this very ring, stare straight down the barrel, and say, let me talk to you. But you don't understand. Don't think I'm about to come out here and talk about childhood dreams. Because as far as I'm concerned, what, you think standing in here, you think this is a dream? No. This is business. This is my business. My business involves me whipping another man's ass anytime he steps between these ropes. So I'm gonna put it to you like this. You talk about takeover. A one-man revolution just rolled in the door, changed the game. And you might say, hey man, that guy's the Tom Brady of wrestling. No. Tom Brady wishes he was half the man as L.A. Knight.
Oh, come on, dude. Tom Brady, you saying he's better than Tom
like
Brady?
Old Tommy boy, I didn't come in here the first round draft pick. I didn't come in here the guy when I walked in the door. But bet every single dollar you got to your name. When it's all said and done, I'll be the guy setting trends, setting records. Because I look around the landscape of NXT. You got your Johnny Garganos. You got your Kyle O'Reillys. You got your Adam Coles.
Baby.
Hell, you got your Finn Balors. Every single one of them, they got their fancy little kicks. They got their flips. They got their dives. I'm inviting each one of you. Bring that to my front door. I ain't gonna meet you with flash. I ain't gonna meet you with pizzazz. I simply will beat the absolute hell out of you. Because I'm gonna put it to you like this. I didn't come here to do anything fancy. Not one thing did I come to do here fancy. You might not like the way I do it, but I guarantee you I get the job done. Why? Because I'm the last of a dying breed. And already you got people out here saying, hey man, LA Knight, he might already be the greatest NXT superstar of all time. And I agree with you. But when the time comes for the coronation,
Greatest of all time.
Don't call me the GOAT. That's so overplayed, so overused. People throw the GOAT around like confetti. If you want to call me one thing, you want to call me one thing that sets me apart, that says, hey, that guy stands head and shoulders above the rest. You want to call me that one thing? It's L.A. Knight. Whose game is it? It's my game, and that's not an insult. That is just a fact of life.
And right after that, we had Bronson Reed. He interrupted L.A. Knight. And so, yeah. And then, yeah, he came out, to have his match with Cameron Grimes. And so, yeah. We had Bronson Reed. He came in the ring. And L.A. Knight, he was still in the ring. And so, L.A. Knight, he ended up getting out of the ring. And so, yeah, so it was Bronson Reed versus Cameron Grimes. And so, yeah, Cameron Grimes, he actually came out to new theme music. And his new theme music was sung by, not Isaiah, Josiah Williams. Josiah Williams, great rapper. But I like his old theme song better. I loved it. But the new theme music cool. It fits his character and everything. But I kind of like the old theme music. And so yeah, oh yeah, and he also got new ring gear too. He had the trunks. He had the trunks and everything, but it have like diamonds. It have like diamonds on his trunks. And so yeah. First off, we started off the match. We had Cameron Grimes. He came out to the ring. He was throwing money around and everything, $100 bills everywhere. And so when we got to the match, he wanted to pay. He tried to pay off Bronson Reed. And so he started counting his money. He was like, "What do you want? 1, 2, 3." He was counting the $100 bills. And so Bronson Reed punched him right in his jaw. And the money went flying everywhere. And so, and then, yeah. So Bronson Reed, he took control of the match, the first portion of the match, and then Grimes, he fought back. He tries to fight back, but it's not working. And so yeah, Cameron Grimes, he ended up taking back control. He had an enziguri kick to Reed, and then he had a standing Spanish fly to Bronson Reed. Very impressive. Cameron Grimes is good, man. He is really good. And so yeah, and we had Bronson Reed hit a crossbody to Cameron Grimes. And then, yeah, we had Bronson Reed hit a clothesline to Cameron Grimes, turned him inside out. And then Grimes, he tried to grab his cowboy hat. He was going to grab his cowboy hat and just leave, like walk away, like he was about to leave. And so, yeah, he grabbed his cowboy hat and he tried to walk away, try to forfeit the match and stuff like that. But Bronson Reed, he had a tope suicida, man. A tope suicida, a Samoa Joe-like tope suicida. You know how Samoa Joe hit the tope suicida? How he'll do the elbow strike right after the tope suicida? That's what it was like. And so, man, I'm telling you, man, people that size doing a tope suicida, man, that like really impressive, man. Seeing these big dudes hit off these cruiserweight moves and stuff like that. And so, yeah, he had a tope suicida, Samoa Joe-like. And then right after that, we had L.A. Knight. L.A. Knight. He grabbed Cameron Grimes' hat, and that was on the floor. And so he picked up the hat and he threw it in the ring to try to use it as a distraction. And so yeah, he ended up distracting the referee with the hat by throwing the hat in the ring. And so yeah, Knight, he tried to knock off Reed off the top rope and stuff like that. So Reed, he tried to fight back and everything, but yeah, Knight, he ended up tripping up Bronson Reed. So Bronson Reed, he fell on the top of the turnbuckle, on the top rope. And so yeah, and right after that, LA Knight, he backed away and stuff like that. The referee didn't see him attack Bronson Reed, and so Cameron Grimes, he had his finishing move, the cave-in to Bronson Reed to win the match. So Cameron Grimes, he wins the match. He beat Bronson Reed, and that was it. So LA Knight, his first feud is gonna be against Bronson Reed. So yeah, man. At first, I thought Bronson Reed was going after the North American title. I thought he was going against Kushida and stuff like that. You remember how, him and Kushida was vying after the North American title and stuff like that. And when it comes to those two, I was going with Bronson Reed to win the match. But yeah, I don't think it ever happened yet. And so yeah, But yeah, LA Knight and Bronson Reed should be good. And so yeah, right after this, we had an interview. We had McKenzie Mitchell. She tried to interview. Well, she did interview Kayden Carter. And so they were talking about Xia Li and what she did to Kayden Carter last week by breaking her leg. And so Kayden Carter, really not happy about it. And so this is what Kayden Carter had to say about Xia Li.
Injured by Xia Li, and last night on social media, Casey posted that she has a partially torn LCL. How's she doing, and when can we expect to see her back?
Not gonna lie, it sucks. No, actually, it pisses me off to see my best friend in so much pain and out of action. Actually, McKenzie, I really can't tell you when she'll be back. But what I do know is that I don't give a damn about Xia Li and what she has going on. What I do know is that she took my girl out. And now, I have to take her out. Xia thinks what she did last week is supposed to scare me off. Not happening. Xia's pushed my buttons way too far, and now all I see is red. No fear, no hesitation. Next week, she can come get it.
And so yeah, that was it from Kayden Carter. She mentioned that she sees all red now. Kayden Carter, she sees all green because she had like green contacts in her eye and stuff like that. So she doesn't see red, she sees green. And so yeah, that was it. And so yeah, right after this we had part 3. So we had the conclusion to the Ways therapy session. So this is the conclusion of it. And this is what happened.
Now, Austin, what really happened when you were with Dexter Lumis for those 3 days?
It was actually a great time. It was. I mean, I was in this really small room with the windows were all boarded up. It was great. I watched cartoons and I ate so much cereal, like the whole day. I gotta say, he's really just a nice guy.
You think Dexter Lumis is a nice guy?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you know why Dexter brought you back?
Honestly, I don't know.
Austin, I spoke with Dexter Lumis this morning in preparation for our session.
Wait, you talked to him? He doesn't even speak.
Oh, on the contrary, I couldn't make him stop talking.
Oh.
Austin, the truth is, he couldn't wait to get rid of you. He said you were the most obnoxious person he's ever been around. Your eating habits are unsightly, your fashion sense is atrocious, and he was extremely disgusted with your infatuation with cutting off all of his shirts to show off your mediocre abdominal section. Austin!
He started crying to his mommy and his dad.
What did she do to you? What did you do to him? You're a monster. It's okay, buddy. Okay. It's okay. It'll be okay. Get out of here. Stay right here. I'm gonna give this lady a piece of my mind, okay? That was great. That worked so good. That whole kicking this out thing, that great improv, so good. Worked like a charm. You know what? You earned every penny.
That was so plan.
There you go. Arcade money. Good job, though. Hey, we're going to Chuck E. Cheese, man.
Oh my God.
What a bunch of idiots.
Even a doctor said they're a bunch of idiots. Oh my God. So that was a setup. Yeah, so yeah, that was it with that. And that was it. That was it with the Way therapy session. Now where they go next? I guess a match with Dexter Lumis. And so yeah, that was it with that. And so right after this, it was supposed to be a match. It was supposed to be a tag team match. It was supposed to be Everrise, that's Chase Parker and Matt Martell, versus Breezango, Tyler Breeze, and Fandango. And so yeah, this match was supposed to happen, and it didn't happen. It did not happen. Thank God. Thank God that this match did not happen. Because I was not in the mood to see this match. Was not in the mood. And so yeah, we had Everrise was already in the ring. And we had Breezango that was making an entrance. They were dressed as astronauts. And so you had Legado del Fantasma attack Breezango while they were making an entrance. It was Joaquin Wilde and Raul Mendoza that attacked Breezango on the stage. and stuff like that. And you had Everrise in the ring cheering on Legado del Fantasma for beating up Breezango, and they was saying like, thank God, saying the same thing that I was saying. Thank God that this match is not happening and stuff like that. And so they were cheering for Legado del Fantasma, and Legado del Fantasma ended up looking at Everrise, and so they were talking to Everrise, and so they chased off Everrise. So Everrise, they got out of the ring, and they were standing on the stage. Why did they not run away? I don't know why they didn't. And so they were on the stage, and they were like, look, guys, we don't have no problem with you guys. We don't have no problem with you guys, and stuff like that. And so Santos Escobar, the Cruiserweight champion, the leader of Legado del Fantasma, he came out, and he attacked Everrise. And so, yeah, he beat up Everrise, and that was it. He beat up Everrise and Legado del Fantasma. Santos Escobar, he actually spoke. And so this is what he had to say.
Do not mistake last week's events for weakness. If you do, a cualquiera que se cruce en mi camino, this is what awaits you.
And that was it from Santos Escobar. And that was it. He was basically saying what happened last week and stuff like that. You know, don't take us for granted and all that stuff. If you do, that just happened. This mayhem that just happened, this is going to be your fate. And so, yeah, that was it with that. Glad to see Santos Escobar back to normal and stuff like that. That match never should have happened between Cross and Santos Escobar. Man, we need more Santos Escobar, man. Give the cruiserweights more shine, man. It's like he's doing nothing right now. He's doing nothing with the title right now. If he's not doing anything with the title, take the title off of Escobar. And you know what? Better yet, yeah, go ahead and take the title off of Escobar and put it on whoever you want to put it on. And have Santos Escobar go after the North American Championship. Have him go after the North American Championship. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Send him after the North American Championship. Because his days as Cruiserweight champion, man, it's like the Cruiserweights not getting no opportunities, man. It's like WWE, they never cared about the Cruiserweights. Never cared about the Cruiserweight division. And so, yeah, that was it, man. And so, yeah, right after this, we had William Regal. And, you know, he said that he had a game-changing announcement. He said he had an announcement.
Mr. Regal, it seemed like you and Adam Pearce were having a heated conversation. Do you have
about what
any
happened?
clarification on...
Because of what happened in the women's tag team match tonight, I'm going to make an announcement next week on this show that's going to change the landscape of NXT.
And that was it. Like, what is the announcement? That's what everybody want to know. What is the announcement? I was hearing people saying they're going to add new titles and stuff like that. Or NXT is moving to Tuesdays or something like that. I don't know what the announcement is. The announcement could be anything. It could be the titles, and it could be them moving to Tuesday nights. I don't know. But it'll be stupid to have NXT women's tag team titles. Like, what would be the point of adding new NXT women's tag team titles when you have the women's tag team championships, floating championships that float from Raw, SmackDown, and NXT? That'll be stupid. Not saying that that's the announcement, but I don't know. It could be. I don't know. But yeah, that was it. What the announcement is, I don't know. But we'll have to wait and see. And so, yeah. So for next week's show, for NXT, is going to be... So next week is going to be Finn Balor, the NXT champion, versus Adam Cole for the NXT championship next week. And also we have a women's championship match between Io Shirai, the NXT women's champion, and Toni Storm. And next week we have Xia Li versus Kayden Carter next week. So yeah, with the women's championship, I think Io Shirai, she retains the championship. And about Xia Li, I want to see Xia Li go after Io Shirai. Get her some more wins, and then have her go after Io Shirai. I I would love to see that. Io Shirai versus Xia Li right now, man. Xia Li right now versus Io Shirai. Dude, count me in, dude. Count me in. That'll be a great match, dude. And so, yeah, that's for next week's show. And so, yeah, right after this was the main event. I don't know why this match happened. I don't know why Finn Balor competing a week before his title defense. I don't know why this match was made. But, yeah, it was Finn Balor, the NXT champion, versus Roderick Strong, who came out to new theme music. So, no more Undisputed Era theme music. So, he came out to his own new theme music. And so, yeah, we started out the match. They were both trying to out-wrestle each other. And we had a backbreaker to Balor. And then Balor, he targets Strong's arm. And we had Strong, he power slam Balor. And we had Roderick Strong, he had multiple backbreakers. Like, I think it was like 3 backbreakers or something like that. So, yeah, he's the Messiah of the backbreaker. And so, yeah, they were going back and forth with chops. We had a face buster to Balor. And then he followed that up with an Olympic slam. And then we had Roderick Strong. He had a double underhook powerbomb to Finn Balor. And Balor, he kicked out. And then Finn Balor, he hit Strong with a sling blade. And Roderick Strong, he locked in his stronghold submission move to Balor. And Balor, he fought out of it. And, yeah. So, at one point, Roderick Strong, he had Finn Balor in a fireman's carry position. And I think he wanted to go for a gut buster or something like that. And so Finn Balor, he turned it into a foot stomp, a double foot stomp. And Balor, he hit a Pele kick to Strong. And then he followed that up with a corner drop kick. And he hit a coup de grace. He hit his finishing move, the coup de grace, to Roderick Strong. And he followed that up with a 1916 for the win. So that was it. So Finn Balor, he wins the match. Good match. But I did not know why this match happened. Why are we putting Finn Balor in a match before his title defense next week against Adam Cole? And that was it with that. And my next question is, like, where does Roderick Strong go? Where does Roderick Strong go? He has nobody. He has nobody to lean on. Like, Roderick Strong, he is on his own now. Oh, yeah, another thing. Bobby Fish. Where does Bobby Fish lie in this? Where is Bobby Fish going to go? Is he going to still team up with Kyle O'Reilly? Because Bobby Fish is not going to make it on his own. He's not. So I think maybe he teams up with Kyle O'Reilly, but I think Kyle O'Reilly, he might be pushing a singles role. But it is not going to be good for Bobby Fish if that's the case. And Adam Cole, he's on his own. Adam Cole, he's going to get pushed to the main event. He's going to get pushed to the main event because, Adam Cole, he is the main event, man. He is the main event. And so, yeah, that was it with the show. That was it with NXT. Oh, yeah, and right after that, Finn Balor, he was celebrating, and Adam Cole, he just showed up on the stage, doing his pose, boom, and that was it. That was it with NXT. An okay show. It was kind of boring at times. I love the weight segment, the therapy session. I did like that part of the show, but it was an okay show and everything. But NXT, man, NXT is not the same. NXT is not the same. I miss the old NXT when it was on the WWE Network and it was an hour long and stuff like that. I just miss the NXT of old. It's like they becoming like the main roster. It's like they're becoming more like the main roster by having goofy stuff happen and stuff like that, and just stuff like that. The storylines don't even matter anymore. And all that stuff. They too worried about what AEW doing and everything, and that's what's killing NXT because they worried about what AEW doing, and it just don't feel the same anymore. It don't feel the same. And the crowd, I don't like the crowd either, man. Like the people that they got in there that's cheering and booing, I don't like that. Like they like the other week, man, they booed Adam Cole out of the building. They booed Adam Cole when he made his heel turn. Like the normal audience would have cheered that stuff. Adam Cole was a heel. He was a heel his entire run in NXT. His entire run in NXT. He was in NXT for 5 years. 5 years, right? 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 4 years. He was in NXT for 4 years. 4 years. And he never got booed. He was a heel this entire time. His entire run in NXT, he was a heel. And he never got booed. Never got booed. Everybody was chanting Adam Cole, baby. and the booms and all that stuff, and chatting Adam Cole. Never did he get booed. Never did he ever get booed by nobody. He never got booed. And these people want to come out and boo Adam Cole. Not chanting Adam Cole, baby, and not doing the boom and stuff like that. I understand the dude's a heel and everything, but Adam Cole was a cool heel. A freaking cool heel. But yeah, man, I don't like the crowd. I don't like the crowd there. I don't like the crowd because they tell these people who to cheer and who to boo for. And you can't tell nobody who to cheer and who to boo for. You can't do that. People would cheer and boo for whoever they want to cheer and boo for. Like, yeah, I just don't like it. I just don't like the crowd. I think that's what made NXT so great, man, was the crowd reaction in that Full Sail arena, man. It was just so, like, the crowd reaction was so freaking priceless, man. It was priceless. But now, man, it's just so forced. It's forced with these crowds. They pipe in these cheers. They pipe in the boos and all that stuff. That stuff just annoying, man. It is annoying, dude. And I think that everybody's getting tired of it. Everybody's getting tired of it. And I'm tired of it. And so, yeah, that was it, man. That was it with NXT. I just hope everything get back to normal, man. I want real people back, man. Yeah, those people are real people that's in the NXT place, the CWC, the Capitol Wrestling Center. Yeah, those people are real people, but they tell these people who to cheer for and who to boo for. Man, we need people back, man. We need people back in the arenas, man. I don't know when. WrestleMania. I think they said at WrestleMania they're gonna have fans. They're gonna have fans at WrestleMania. But man, we need fans back, man. We need fans back because I'm getting sick of this stuff. I'm getting sick of this. The virtual reality stuff. You know, pipe in cheers and the pipe in boos. I hate that stuff, man. Nobody don't like that, man. But yeah, that was it, man. I'm going on a rant, man. But yeah, that was it, man. And that was the review for NXT for March 3rd, 2021 on The Ryan Awesome Show. And if you like this video, man, hit the thumbs up, man. What are you waiting for? Hit the thumbs up. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. And right next to that subscribe button, there's a bell. Make sure you click on that bell so you'll be the first ones to know when my next video will come out. And just like what I said, man, I'm here each and every single week. So please do not miss out. And yeah, that was it. Comment down below. Tell me how you felt about this episode of NXT. And share this video. Share this video with each and every single person that you come across on a day-to-day basis. And yeah, man, I'll see you guys on Saturday. I'm going to be live. I'm going to be live with one of my friends, my buddies, Rated R for Wrestling. We're going to be live. And we're going to be doing a prediction video on Revolution and who we think will win Revolution. Who will win the matches in Revolution. So we'll be talking about that. I'll be on the show on Saturday at 2 p.m. Central Time. And so, yeah. And we'll be talking about Revolution. So don't miss that. Do not miss that. And make sure you subscribe to his channel. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. I'll put his link, his YouTube channel link in my description. Down below in the description. So make sure you check his stuff out. And yeah, man, that's it. And yeah, see you guys on Saturday and Sunday. Sunday, I'll be reviewing AEW Revolution. So make sure you don't miss that either. And yeah, man, that's it. And if you missed last week's review of NXT, the link is going to be right up here. Right up here. And yeah, man. So yeah. And this has been The Ryan Awesome Show. Take care. Stay safe. And once again, thank you for the support. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And follow me on Twitter at Ryan Awesome Show. And yeah, this has been The Ryan Awesome Show. Take care. Stay safe. And that's that.